smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from Seahawks, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Going for it all. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 12, Newton, and that is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Now it's Lockett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 3.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Watch the
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll run it with Johnson. And some space hit. David Johnson on his way. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. David Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They give to Johnson going right, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's good. Guns. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Newton on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
To the set. 180. Match by 4.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Here we go with Johnson. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Carry on Johnson turned away on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. They fake the give. Newton being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd and 12, Newton. And he's got it. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
It's third down and 1 yard to go.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. This time they stay on the ground. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
That's what we do. Other way. Let's go.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
This is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He lets it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cam's going to run the option right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And here's Wilson. Going to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Exit.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Wilson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Gun. Hey. What is it?
Now it's Newton. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 56. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
20.
Check 99.
Hey.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Ziggy Ansah. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On first down, Johnson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devon Kennard coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
On third down, Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. David Johnson. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. This left side caught by Fulgham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Newton now to throw. That's to Fulgham, complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Great.
1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. From the 50, Newton. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, Newton. He's going to loft one deep left. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson to the right side and complete to Metcalf. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, we'll get a little bit of praise.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
56, minus 56, right there. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Off.
Check 49, check 49.
8. Look at him.
On first down, Newton. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
For the set.
Come to my work. We want it. Come on.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. To throw is Newton. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Travis Fulgham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Gun.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And that will write a finish to this ballgame. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully